This year, the primary focus of the two research projects I have conducted is to assist the non-government organisation Abundant Water, as well as their team in Engineers Without Borders Australia, to improve access to clean water in Timor-Leste. My specific role was to gather experimental data on the various filters they are currently deploying to assist the team and identify areas of potential future improvement. My first research project continued the work previously done by Zach Buttress and Nick Trengrove. We conducted an assessment of these water filters, which are currently distributed throughout households in Timor-Leste. I specifically worked on the investigation of the impact of water hardness and water pressure on the bacterial efficacy and flow rates of the system. This was done in these containers. This year, I spent the last 6 months working on another project. It involved the assessment and baseline characterization of these water filters. Abundant Water is currently distributing them throughout Timor-Leste in hospitals and schools and other large-scale projects. My role in this investigation was to conduct and construct an experimental configuration that we could use to assess these filters. We then conducted a baseline characterization of these filters against which future data can be compared. We assessed the impact of water pressure and extended periods of use on the filters. We also then conducted preliminary statistical analysis of the identified and collected data. We used this to quantify the nature of potential relationships. Again, this will be used to be validated by further investigation and data collection. Throughout both of our investigations, significant effort was made to reduce the environmental impact of the investigations by minimizing the amount of wastewater taken from nearby water sources, such as Sullivan's Creek. The experimental apparatus in both designs was also intentionally designed to be sturdy enough to allow future investigations. As such, we did not need to dispose of it each time and then rebuild it for our next investigation. We also maintained focus on ensuring all of the outcomes of the research would directly benefit the end users, to ensure we maintained a tangible humanitarian impact throughout the entirety of our investigation. All of the data and conclusions we have managed to gather from these two investigations have been shared with the Abundant Water and Engineers Without Borders Australia teams. This information will hopefully be used to identify aspects of the two designs that can be changed to optimize the future use. We also hope that some of the conclusions have highlighted potential things and pieces of advice that can be shared with the end product users. This will allow a really quick improvement in the water quality and accessibility without significant structural changes, allowing for a fast and direct humanitarian impact. The future impact and potential outcomes of the project is heavily linked to the decisions made by Abundant Water. We've shared the information and it is highly likely that they are going to request future investigations into potential cleaning methods and ways we can counteract aspects such as water hardness. This will lead to more optimal future filter use. The primary measures of success in these aspects will include improvements in the flow rate and bacterial efficacy of the filters without causing a significant reduction in the usability of the devices. Next year, if we get approval from Abundant Water, I'm hoping to complete my final research project. I have already begun discussions with Jeremy, and we have decided that if we get approval, it will be very valuable to conduct an extended investigation into the validity of various different cleaning methods. We will hopefully use this to identify potential methods that we can use and then share with the in-country users to improve their water access. In July of next year, there is also a proposed trip to Timor-Leste. I would really like to be able to go on this because I can not only conduct further investigation, but also get first-hand experience in-country to identify the impact of the water filters. I have also begun preliminary discussion with Jeremy to potentially look into publishing the work. Because I've completed a couple of research projects on this topic, we've proposed that potentially I might be leading the publication of all of the research conducted by various members within this group. This will involve a more well-rounded approach to the entirety of the filters and contribute to the knowledge gaps within the field.